Hello everybody, how's it going? Two remain, two puzzles remain. Last time I did telekinesis, very suddenly. I guess I just realised that I needed to do a certain thing. And that certain thing led to everything else happening, exactly as was intended, it seemed. I mean, it looked very elegant. And yeah, though I guess part of it reminded me that sometimes just thinking like, what would be most elegant here might be the answer, rather than like my original attempt at telekinesis. I was trying to make all sorts of horrendous shapes to take with me. Turned out the shapes were all the same as each other. Then I tried Pit and discovered something, which is that I could like get myself into that space with the thing and move it left and right, but then I couldn't really see how that was benefiting me. Like I could see ways in which, yeah, it was nice that I could go in and move the thing left and right, but I could also just move the other one left and right and it would have the same purpose, so I couldn't see why there's a reason for the handle that I was making. Anyway, so we're going to try Crown again. And if Crown goes well, then we'll go back to Pit. But if Crown doesn't go well, then we'll just keep... I mean, yeah, either way, we're going back to Pit. Okay, remind me of this one. So there's this thing up here that I think I need to take a bunch of things into. And then eventually, this is going to move rightwards and kick something to the right. Yeah. Yes. Something like that. Is there a reason it has to be this thing kicking something to the right? Well, I guess that could just push something to the right and then I could go left. What would it push to the right? How would anything even get there? I guess I'd have to go and do it. And then, yeah, use like one of these two things to make that go right. And then maybe make it go left again and then I push the thing along. Whatever that thing is. I guess it has to be a 1x1 to have come in here and to get there. Where do I get a 1x1 from? Unless it is just one of the things. One of the... whatever blocks. There's this giant pit down here. I'm pretty sure that is literally just... It's kind of what I hoped some of the other puzzles would have. Where it's just like such a large space that there's no way anything going in there is useful. It's just to lose things in. Except this is not the pit. This is a pit. The pit was the other puzzle. This gets stuck there, and it can't go out. But it can go left and right, so we can come down here. Only thing that's coming here is either gravity blocks, there's two here, or these. The fact that these two are together, like often that has meant that they stay together. Like they're supposed to be brought over as a set. If they were both in here with me, that I could drop them out, push them left, and then leave. That would be doable. I then just don't know how I would do the next bit. I guess I could send one of these backwards through here. Yeah, that's true. There's quite a lot of space. And have it push right. But who says I even need to move that right again? If I've got those two still available. Yeah, who says? The other thing I was thinking is that it could be me, the whole, like, a golem, a gravity block, and a broadcast block walking to a bar. That whole thing. Could be all of us together. Broadcast block couldn't be on top, although maybe it could if I could leave, and then... No, but then there's no going back in, but I don't need to go back in. So I could leave, I could move the broadcast block around, have it push the thing down, have it come down here itself and hit that. Oh no, so I can't send something back in because of this. Unless... I can't see a way of holding that open or getting rid of it. So I can't send something back in afterwards. I don't know if I need to, but then why is there like the ability to push this left and right? Why not just get fixed there and have that space be full of wall? Yeah, there's got to be a reason you're going left and right. And then you exist for some reason? This long sequence of pluses with two minuses next to it. As though at some point something is going... Like, how do I even demonstrate? I guess I can demonstrate with you. No, I can't, because then you get stuck there. Great. I guess I demonstrate with this, as though something is being split like that for some reason. Which just makes like a pile of stuff. Well, it makes a pile of stuff when it's the gravity block. So then, for some reason I want something that is... I want 2 single blocks made of something, I don't know what. I mean, potentially I could get the broadcast blocks to be part of it, and then I have a whole load of broadcast blocks, although that doesn't spread right. There's like a weird different behavior for broadcast blocks. Although I don't know if I can get that there. Surely this has to go first. How? Yeah, I can't get the broadcast block out first, because there is no other one. So, yeah, that has to go first. In which case, I'm gonna end up with that, unless something else joins to it. Oh yeah, I could have just demoed with this. Although that just removes one at the bottom, which feels a little odd. Whereas when I use the gravity block, the nice thing about that was it gave me like a single at the bottom. I don't know if that's nice. Is that nice? What am I using this for? And what am I using the yellow block for? I don't think I had a reason for it. For pushing things around. Well, I guess the only thing I could think of was using it here, but that feels like not a great use of the yellow block, right? Also, how would I get it there? I'd have to hit it against something that's 3 tall and then push that to the right, which might be all very complicated. Maybe it's a broadcast block, gravity, broadcast block comes out, pushes things to the left, but why? Why would it not just be me? Because then I could just walk out. Well, because then the broadcast block is in there to push something right, if I want to do that. I have no idea if I actually do want to do that, though. Why do you exist? Because you don't like doing 2x2 walls? Possibly. It could be to catch something, because I was like sending stuff across here, right? So like I have to put something ahead of it to stop it from going too far. Yeah. Like if I'm sending something through here, like using the yellow. Oh no, that's what I was using the yellow for. I was doing a thing where I had the yellow up here. I did have a reason for you. And the yellow was pushing the gravity blocks. Right? These were coming out. And then the yellow block was going like... Oh, I guess this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. There. Here, somehow. I mean, I could get rid of this on here and then use that to help, maybe. Although then that's stuck there. Wait, how did I do this before? I did somehow get the yellow block down. I remember going around here and pushing it. How? I think I remember doing that. Or did I just push it right and up? How would I do that either? Hold on. What did I do last time? This. I can't push that right because it ends up there. This does not feel amazing. Do that. I don't know how I did this before. It certainly wasn't like this, and I feel like it was quite simple. Apparently not, though. Apparently not. I somehow ended up with that there. You could join that, but then you're just stuck against the wall. Unless you join at the bottom. Can I make you join at the bottom? Maybe using this. Nope. Oh, I'm going to break it though. Oh, I guess I can take it over the top. No, I can't. It's going to split. You're there. Yeah, like... Again, it's going to split though. Unless I put that there, but it's still going to split. Okay. Is there a reason I want a long yellow one that I can push left? I could push many things at once with a long yellow one that goes left. Why would they do that? I have no idea. How did I do what I did last time? You somehow got here. And I was like nudging you left with something. What was I nudging you left with? I was pushing like a broadcast block here, and then catching stuff on my head. Somehow. What? I guess the broadcast block came out. So I must have done this at some point. Maybe I just did that and then... Sure, whatever. Let's just bring everything out. Sure. Feels bad. It's possible though I did start like this. I guess I also have the option of... Oh, maybe this is what I did. No. I was thinking like that could go there. And then... right. That does put you in the right column. But... not nicely. So these two could go there and there. Oh, but then this is in the way. No, it's not. No, it's not. I can do that and that. This is definitely not what I did last time. It's something. And then that can do that. Why? That's the yellow in that column. I think I want the gravity blocks in that column, right? All these things or one of these things. At least one of these, at least one of those. This lip exists for a reason. Like the whole thing about like putting that on there so I could send the yellow down was kind of interesting. How do I know what I'm taking with me? I'm taking only 2 things with me, or I'm not going through. How do I rule out any of that? It has to be me going through, right? Because gravity, yeah, this is the thing I came to the conclusion of last time, which was gravity blocks on top of the thing would just weigh it down and bring it back down. So I have to be in there. It's me and either 2 gravity blocks or a gravity block and a thingy. Gravity block and a broadcast block feels a little bit better because then I can have this thing move right by the broadcast block if I need it to, which I guess I must do. Or I come back up and I move it myself, right? So therefore something else has got in position there. But how would that happen? Let's say I've gone in and I leave. No, I don't leave and I just push to the right. How would something have got there? Where would the upward motion have come from? The broadcast block that I've brought with me, potentially? But if I brought a broadcast block with me, why would I not just use that to move that right? Sure. Okay, let's say I want to get the 2 gravity blocks together. Let's say I want to take them both in here. How would I do it? They'd have to both land on my head. They're both coming with me. I don't think am I taking them both? I'm not sure. Therefore, I'd have to be here. How much space is there? Okay, so I could be here. A thing lands on my head here and here. I lift them both up. How would something stop here? Or how would I just have something here? I'd have to put something in this space. I mean, I could split this up into a 3 wide and then it could be a backstop for something that's flying this way. Okay, so that's an interesting thing about the placement of these. Is that interesting? Doesn't everything just continue moving? I'm thinking like if this were yellow and it goes left, I guess that everything would continue moving. So it doesn't really matter that you're there, except it does because then this yellow would be able to go under this and this yellow would be able to go past this. Okay. So it's possible that this is yellow, it splits, those two keep going and push 2 things at the same time to land on my head. That feels like a good idea, because getting 2 things on my head that are single wide is difficult. Okay. Yellow that, push 2 things. What 2 things? Well, one of the things I'm pushing is, I guess, a broadcast block. Like if I'm going to end up here, I'm going to be pushing a broadcast block left to push that. Therefore, the other broadcast block is behind it. Unless this is a broadcast block and pushes 2 yellows. I don't have 2 yellows though. Okay. So broadcast block behind this. Therefore, I'm bringing 2 gravity blocks with me. Should I just aim to do this? Can I aim to do this? What would it take? I'd need to... It would take a lot. Because I need the broadcast blocks to be set up behind the yellow thing. What if I join the yellow thing here and push it down later? That feels nice. Instead of joining at the bottom. Okay. Can I do that? Sure I can. This. And then somehow get this away. Do I want to drop these? Maybe it's okay. So I can lower that later and then do this as... Oh no. Ah, yeah, but one of the broadcast blocks is going to be... So am I just discarding this gravity block? I don't want you to get destroyed. Okay. Okay, so you're behind it. And then at some point I go... Boop. Feels like an interesting thing. Okay. What on earth am I doing though? Okay, for you to not go too far though, you'd have to be stopped by something that's too wide. So maybe I do this, and then like you get used as the backstop or something. And then where does the other backstop come from? Well, what's this for? I can't really take you very far. So that is interesting. Wait, why? Oh no, I can't use that because that's part of my mechanism. Why doesn't that fly to the left? Hold on. Oh, it does. It just hits that wall. Okay, so I can't use that minus. But I could have used the minus at the bottom. Okay, maybe I use that minus on that, and then that other thing has freedom. So we get you there. And we get you to split up on this. Okay, then you're my backstop. Except you might also be a backstop for this, just for now. I think I could get you back. By like pushing you down here with these. Sure. I don't want them both to be here. I want one of them to be below somehow. Like here. How would that work? If there's a gravity block here, this, there, maybe. It feels like a waste of that, but sure. Another one. I need 4 things. I don't have 4 things. But I do need a backstop that's that big. I can't split you because I've got no more minuses left. Yeah, I'm just not going to have enough things. Could it possibly be that... No. This is how many things I've got. And then you are going behind that. And that's going down. There also needs to be a backstop here. There's too many things. Oh, I can split that big bar into a 3 and a 2. And then I've got my 3 backstop and my 2 backstop. Ooh, 2 backstop, 3 backstop. I probably have to use these for other things. What's my L for now then? Oh, to go here. Oh my gosh. Okay, okay. 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 Don't get too excited. Don't get too excited. You go there. You go there. You go there. You go here. You leave somehow. Leave. I can do it like this. It's fine. Although, is it then stuck? I think it is. Okay, so that's bad. So let's use the one of the backstops. Maybe the 2. Okay. Oh, let's actually use it. Let's do this, 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 this. Okay, you can just go. You then help me bring these down. That down, sorry. Then you go there. You go there. You be a thing for this to land on. This is coming together. That's going to be the right height. For some reason, I want to bring you back up at some point. That's what this is suggesting to me. Otherwise, you would have just given me a 3 tall thing, right? Unless it's to prevent something else, maybe. So you're going down, but I'll put you down later. I'll do this one first. I also have to get the distancing of these right. Which will be what? I want you to be 2 to the left when you're in that column. So this. Yep. You go down. You go down. You stay where you are. I have 2 things on my head. Can I somehow do the rest of it? I have no idea. Okay, so I can drop these like that. Why can I move it to the left? I can get rid of those. Why can I move it to the left? Why is that a thing? Because something has to go up there and go right. But if it's a broadcast block, it can just go right. Because I can just use the other broadcast block. Isn't this really easy? Why can I move that thing to the left? Okay, maybe it's not that easy. And why can I lift this thing back up? There's things. There's unexplained things. I'm done, aren't I? There's unexplained things. Why can I move that thing to the right? Just to distract me? Why? Why are you not there and a wall here? I had no reason to go left and right there. Or did I? No, because I dropped the things down. No, I had no reason. Wow, that was cool. I liked this thing. That was a nice trick. That was a cool thing to get two things on top of my head. That was really neat. And then realizing that I could split this into 3 and 2, that was quite fun. I mean, of all the tricks in the game, it's not the most exciting, but it was fun to finally realize that. I'm just confused by why I'm given an L shape. I guess the L shape helped me here, but it wasn't necessary. I could have used the other things. Obviously the L shape was necessary to put the thing on top, but why did it have to stick out? Because I easily could have put the 2 here, well, 2 here, push that way, lift the 2 up, push it right, push it up, send it up. I could have done everything with the 2. And I could have just put a 3 vertical down there. This probably exists to prevent something, but I don't know what. Okay. This is it. There's one left. There's one left. And it's Pit. Unless there's more game. Would it do that? Would it reveal more game? I don't know. Do I go down the same rabbit hole as last time, or do I start from scratch? I don't know. I don't think I'm lifting these out of here, except that gives more reason for these existing, but like yeah, lifting those up would be amazing, and then putting a thing, but that requires both of these to be in here, which I don't think I can do. If I'm remembering what I thought about last time I went down that line of thinking. So the idea of them coming down here feels better. I don't want them to join to this, because I need them both. That's before something else joins us to this. I then need to be able to push them out to the left using this thing, which, if you're made of broadcast blocks, I can do in many different ways. If you're made of 7, if you're broadcast blocks but you're 7 long, we have a problem where as soon as I push you back to the right... No, I can bring you back again. What's the issue? Why was it useful for me to be able to go in there and shove it left and right? Well, because the broadcast block gets stuck in here. Is that true? Why is that true? Why wouldn't it be stuck out here? Which is nice. Well, the issue then is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to get you there. I then have to push a broadcast block down here, push it right. Why wouldn't that work? What is the issue with just sending a broadcast block in and attaching it there? And then pushing stuff out like this? And then push these down. Because when I push these down, I need to have access to the broadcast block to push left. Which is always going to be true. Unless the broadcast block pushes these down. Oh, there's so many configurations. Broadcast block pushes these down. But then how would I be moving this left and right? I wouldn't. So if that's 7 long, I'm like restricted in that. Once I start pushing it right, bringing it left again is difficult, except it's not because I have the other broadcast block. I can't think that far ahead. But then that broadcast block would have to be in here with me, which I think is the issue. I can't get that broadcast block. Well, no, I can push it over. Can't I? But then I have to get it back out. But then can't I push it back? Not without blocking this up, maybe. Was that the issue? Like, I don't, like, the issue is with, like, thinking that you can just, like, look at the puzzle and analyze it until you've got the solution is that I cannot keep all of the state changes in my head. Because suddenly, like, blocks are stuck in certain places and gravity blocks are stuck somewhere and they've fallen, and this thing's a certain length and this block is somewhere while the other block is somewhere else, and it's too much. Like, all the things that have to happen to make that state happen involve other state changes that I cannot keep track of. I still don't know why you exist. You're like the perfect shape for like plugging in here for some reason. But I clearly don't want you to join to that. So what other reason would I have to plug you in there? Or to be up here and go right. But then why would that bit exist? Although we had the previous puzzle where that thing like that existed and wasn't of any use. Why did the previous thing feel good? I mean, one reason that I don't think I even mentioned last time, but I thought about afterwards, that putting the handle above here feels good, is that there's space for the handle. Like, this could have been, oh no, but they don't like doing too tall, like 2x2 walls, so I was gonna say this could have been 2x2. This game, it's mean. What was the thing I did last time? The thing I did last time, okay, I'm about to go down the rabbit hole, is putting this here and sending it across, like, yeah, to make the handle, of course. That was the thing, making the handle. And it was easy enough, I just do this, do this, do this. Let's not get you stuck, although you wouldn't be stuck, you're fine. Yeah, this is a nice shape because you can just get it away from any wall whenever. Are you in a bad place? You might be in a bad place. Let's put you, I think I did, like, this, right? And then push this that way. Okay. That takes you across and allows me to make a handle. There feels best for most movement. Then, what was I doing? I guess I like pushed that out. Cool. I've got you. Then I have access to that handle to push things left and right. I just couldn't think of a good reason for it. Right? Like, because I think I was effectively, I think I need to do something like this. Then I can send that in. Yep. Because I can just push these here and then move this around. Like, this means there's no good reason for the handle. Right? Because I can just do like that. I have no reason to go in there. I can go in there, but I don't have a reason to. Unless there's a reason to at some other point. And I cannot push this out. Because if I do, then I'm stuck. And I cannot make a wall. That's the other potential reason for this. Wait, what's my problem? My problem is that if I push this left, I block myself in, except I don't if I put... Hold on. I don't if I plug this all the way down. And that explains why this is full tall. Because then I put that down. And then I can still leave. Oh. I had to do the reverse of what I was trying to do. Block that one from moving. Is that everything? I still don't have a reason for the handle. There's something else I'm missing here, right? Like, I can bring you down. There's something else I'm missing. I don't know what, though. I still don't have a reason for the handle. Maybe I don't need a reason for the handle? Maybe it's not a handle, but then the whole reason I made the handle in the first place is because this corridor exists, which makes me think I'm supposed to use that corridor to push the handle. No? No? Or no? Is the answer actually no? Okay. Oh, that's why the handle exists. Because this needs to go left and right when it's down. Okay, I'm done. Oh, no. Ooh, no, there's more to this. I'm not done. I want to not push that too many spaces, but that's fine. I can leave you there, get this to the right position, which is there. No, it's not. It's one to the left. It wants me to do something a little fiddly. Of course you do, little golem. Oh, I'm doing it. Wait, can I then... Oh yeah, I can just go and push you. No surprise secret levels? What's happening right now? The golem has fallen from its pedestal. That seems bad. There's more than one. Dom and Dawn. Lots of names I recognize. Indeed. Indeed. Poop shoes. Lovely. Oh, we're floating up. Guess just for cinematic reasons while the thanks for playing leaves the screen. Have I done it? Have I solved the most difficult game that's ever existed? Oh, I can't believe I was only one step away in that one. I just didn't realize I could plug the thing down and like I could do the reverse of what I was trying to do, where I stopped the rod thing going too far left. And there was a purpose for the handle at the end. Okay. Hold on. Ah, yeah. It's just the thing. I think the bothersome thing is that I could have. Hold on. I kind of want to go back in. What am I doing? Why am I going back in? I'm finally out of here. Crown. Oh, no, not crown. Not telekinesis. Pits. That's not. Can he fly? Why was that the name? I have no idea. Did I have a reason for both of those? I don't think I did. I guess that might just exist to block the thing, but then it would have been cool if that and that were the same piece. Could they have been? I'm curious to kind of try and solve this without using that piece. Just like throw you in the corner somewhere. Is that doable? Why not? Why am I going back in? What am I doing? What was the whole thing? It was this, 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 this. Lift you up, not there. There. Push you out. Like, can I have used you? What was the next thing? Did I have to take you in? Pretty sure I had to take you in for some reason. What was the reason for that? Because I need something to push on. But then I can push on this. Well, no, not if those have dropped down. Okay. So I take you in. I guess I probably can't take you in with the plus, so I have to use this. Okay, yeah, no, they're both necessary. One for pushing to the right, one for pushing back out to the left. Okay. I think. And then... What was my other question? I don't remember anymore. Yeah, I did end up using this eventually. But while I was in there, why did I have to go in there? Couldn't I have done the whole thing kind of the way I did before, where I like push this over somehow? How did I do that? I guess by shoving these as close as possible together. Doing this. Like that's in fact, that's another way of getting it in. Okay, hold on. I'm curious then. Is it possible? Because I pushed that up, because I could just put this over the thing. I feel like this is possible to do without one of the pieces. But then I can use that piece later. So what's my next thing? Is that I do this and this. And I use this to push them out, because they're blocking the way. Can I also equally be down here and use this to nudge the things down? I'll test that in a second. Okay, does this work? Without using this piece, effectively. Just get out of the way. Okay. Yep, they're both down. That can go that way. That can go there, that can go there. Plug the hole. I'm just gonna shove this piece around. I'm not actually using it. This goes over here, push that there. Yeah, that works, right? Get you out of the way. What's left? This down here. That way. What am I missing here? Anything? That goes there, that goes there, that goes down, that goes to the right. These two go down there. Yeah, this is it, right? Nothing wrong with this. Yep, okay, so that block's unnecessary. I wonder if there's like a good reason to include it, like as a... It can only be a distraction, right? Or can that, like, existing in this room be blocking a solution? I don't know. Okay. So that was one question I had. The other question was, so once that's in, is it equally valid to do this? I think so, right? That's interesting as well. Interesting and weird. Because like my instinct is to try and unravel the dependencies, like why do I have to do this thing first, or why do I have to do this thing first? And so when I see a situation where it feels like I could do that either way round, therefore I have no reason. Well, okay, maybe I'm not done here. So, no I am, because they just plug with this. Yeah, it's the same, okay. Yeah, so when I see a situation where I can't see a good reason why I have to do something one way around the other, that makes me feel like it's not part of the solution at all. Which is obviously a mistake to make that assumption, but it's certainly something that I thought. I think that's kind of where I was at when I gave up last time. I was like, well, I can't see a reason why I'd want to do this either way around. Therefore, I'm probably not doing the right thing, but this works either way around. Just do this. I still haven't used that thing at the top. Bring that out, do this, push you a bit further. I did that wrong. Push you a bit further. No, hold on. Now, lift you up. Yep. Yep. And just do all the same stuff, right? Yeah, it's the same situation. I guess I could push you down now. Yeah, I can. There's an interesting thing about the puzzle design is that because of that weirdness of having two ways to do the same thing, I kind of thought that maybe I was on the wrong lines. I was probably on the wrong lines. It's only with a game like this that's so like complex and intricately designed that I could even be thinking about these topics. But it is interesting. Like, I'm glad it's making me think about these things. Does this work out well? No, because you're... yeah. No, I can still make this work, can't I? No, because then the gravity box is in the wrong place. So I need to have done this. Oh no, this is now impossible. I could have done it though. Just do everything else first. Do this first. No, take the thing out of there. Do this. La 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 la. Send it that way. Put this in here. Then align this correctly. Da, da, da. Then put these two things on top of it, and then go. We're solving it again. Oh, and that time I did it without... Wait, why did I have an issue doing that last time? Why did I feel like I had to go down there? I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't. Whew. Well, there we go. We've solved the final level twice. There's definitely no, like, extra worlds, right? No, nothing's opened up. Okay. Holy moly. I think that means that's the end. Oh, I knew I was getting myself into something when starting this game. Like the previous game that was like quite as much... I mean, the other game that I'm about to mention was like even more an ordeal in a sense, which was Being in Nothingness. Like difficulty-wise, some of the puzzles were similar, although they had difficulty for different reasons. It's not really comparable. But Being in Nothingness was also huge. I quite liked that this like had a pleasant size to it. There's 6 worlds. There's not that many levels in each world. It's pretty... You can always see the light at the end of the tunnel. Whereas Being in Nothingness, it was like 160 levels or something like that, maybe more, which was a lot. But then that also had like a lot of simpler ones, whereas this only had a few simpler ones. I think my preference for puzzles is... I mean, I know my preference for puzzles is smaller. Each puzzle has like a particular... like, this game is doing a certain thing, and what it's doing is it's like making these huge puzzles with all these interconnected like sub-puzzles that all depend on each other in weird ways, and sometimes don't depend on each other in that particular case. Or, I mean, they did, but you know what I mean. The ordering was weird. I could do the ordering in any way. But then not only that, but like... I think that doesn't bother me too much, about them being like kind of multiple puzzles in one that are interconnected. I think the thing that ends up bothering me is any of the stuff that was like kind of fiddly, how do you move these blocks around? The gravity blocks ended up doing a lot of that. Like, there's only so many puzzles I can enjoy where I'm just trying to carry a gravity block up on some other blocks. So that was something I didn't enjoy. And then another thing was... any situation where I was just given a whole bunch of pluses and minuses and a bunch of blocks, and I had to figure out the random shapes that I had to create. I know they're not random, and you're supposed to be able to find some way of figuring out of like exactly what the shape should be, but in almost every single situation there, I resorted to imagine all the permutations of ways I could be cutting up these blocks. Like, those 2 parts were just not nice for me, so, like, cutting those out of any puzzle would have made those puzzles feel nicer. And there were also just some occasions, like another thing, some occasions where puzzles just felt like they had another twist that wasn't necessary. Like, the core idea of the puzzle was, like, really interesting, and then there was just, like, another twist for some reason. Just to be... those are the ones that felt the most mean. It's like, well... and the twist often wasn't as interesting as the core idea. Like, one I keep thinking of there is... catch. Like, it had a twist. I think I felt, you know, it was fun to figure out that extra twist. Because, I don't know, but I guess the extra was like, why is this here? Like, that was in some way related to everything that I was doing. But, like, honestly, a puzzle with just the main mechanism is good. I don't think it needs all the other layers around it. And I do feel like there are a number of red herrings and a number of distractions, possibly because of this idea of like having... It's like every puzzle had a kind of intro and outro. And then also some like intermissions in the middle where you were doing some other things. So there's like an alternative version of this game where it could have like had just the core ideas of each puzzle, and the puzzles were like trimmed down a lot, and there were less distracting red herrings in places, and things that were obviously impossible were more obviously impossible, and that kind of thing. And I probably would have enjoyed that more. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy this. I'm just saying my personal preference for how puzzles are designed probably would have matched better with that. But it is insane that these puzzles have been designed like this and seem to work. Like, clearly, in designing these puzzles, Dom has a better idea of what's going on than I do. Like, in like reasoning about like what possible shapes can you make, or like why can I cut out certain permutations, because otherwise it would have been super difficult. I mean, it probably was super difficult to design the puzzles, but like pretty sure like in designing a puzzle you don't just think, oh, I'm going to make a thing where you have to consider every possible shape that you could make. You have like reasons for why it has to be that shape, and Dom probably knows those reasons. But like I'm not able to do that, possibly just because there's limitations in the way that I think about things that prevent me from thinking about it in exactly the right way that would help me understand how to trim off those permutations or whatever. But also just because I'm the one playing the game, not designing the game, and that makes a big difference. And something that, like, at some point in the comments of my videos, I said something like there are places where I think the design of the puzzles wants me to be more certain about something than I feel I can be as somebody just playing the game. And I like, having, you know, done my own puzzle design, I'm never even 100% confident in my own puzzles, so I wonder how confident Dom is with these puzzles. I do know that some of the puzzles have had like multiple solutions and such that weren't intended, so there's always a little bit of lack of, surely got to be some lack of confidence there. There's like proof that sometimes there are unintended ways of doing things, therefore how can you be fully confident about your reasoning? But I'm sure that I'm particularly not good at reasoning about things because I'm just like dealing with the puzzles as they're put in front of me, and I haven't had time to experiment and you know, build puzzles out of it and learn everything that I can learn about everything. And yeah, I mentioned it before, I never quite got used to the whole, like, how can I, like, if I'm carrying a gravity thing on top of my head, how can I, like, carry it upwards and perch it on things? And that was never the most interesting part of any puzzle. So I kind of wish I didn't have to think about that. Yeah. But holy moly, what a set of puzzles. I can see why it has the reputation it has. What's going on with this menu design? What? That's something I'll never understand. Why this? Why am I being swung up and down in a Christmas tree? Why can I click on certain things and not click on other things? Why is there a fish covering the screen that I can push away with my mouse? Why is that a thing? Anyway, I think the selection of mechanics is really cool. I really actually enjoy the gravity stayed going in one direction, even though it would have been perfectly reasonable to explore like gravity going left and right because you just turn the arrow and it's kind of like inherently there. I guess it just doesn't change anything. Well, it changes something once you've got multiple directions going. That maybe leads to weird edge cases. Having made games where things can move in multiple directions at the same time, that can often lead to weirdness. But then there already is that, because I can push the thing in one direction to make a gravity block fall the other direction. But maybe in all cases, they never go along the same column as each other in opposite directions. I'm not sure. But yeah, cool collection of mechanics to go with the base like plus and minuses. I think it works really well. And yeah, awesome set of puzzles. Awesome in the sense that it kind of blows my mind that it was possible to even design some of them. I'm trying to think like what my favorites were, but it's really hard to think back through everything. I mean, my favorites, like, I think a really good example of a puzzle, I think, is in Momentum, was like one that kind of like really closely matches with my preferences for puzzles, is one like this. Although this has a little bit of it, like this thing I have to do at the beginning, it's a bit like, okay, what shapes am I supposed to be making? But I love this little mechanism that I'm making, and I'm just like putting a golf ball across and it falls. Or whatever it does. Oh no, it doesn't fall, it just lands there. That's just super neat. And I love that that's like almost the entire puzzle, right? So any level that was like that, I really enjoyed. Those were definitely my favorite. Just like a little mechanism that I have to figure out how to like assemble in order to do what it needs to do. What was Escort? Oh, I think I vaguely remember. Ricochet was interesting. To me ages to figure that out. Yeah, I think just with a little less... There's like a certain amount of complexity that these puzzles have that comes from those intros and outros and that's a weird way of describing it, but there's like... It's like there's the main puzzle and then there's all the stuff you have to do within the main puzzle. And I think my understanding is it's to kind of, in a sense, like hide what you're supposed to do. Like if it just gave you the shapes you needed, it would be kind of obvious. But I feel like there's a middle ground. And I feel like there was in designing the puzzles, there was maybe a tendency to be like, okay, I need to hide this. Why don't I hide it with another really complicated puzzle? Instead of just like hide it in a kind of nice and simple way that's just like... Once you understand what you have to do, you can just like trivially do the thing you have to do instead of having to work out a puzzle to figure out what you can do. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, very cool game. I'm glad I have played it and I'm glad I've solved it all. Whew. I wonder how many people have solved it all. I could look at my Steam achievements. I mean, why not? Let's do it. Okay. Oh, sorry. Back in the game. Steam. You won't be able to see it because I'm casting the game window. Okay. I mean, hopefully I have all the Steam achievements. Are there any? Maybe there aren't any. Where does it show them? I think it might not have any achievements. Is that the case? That might be true. I mean, I don't personally mind because I don't care about achievements, but it does give me an interesting, like, it does give me a way of like checking at the end if, like, I've definitely completed everything and like how many other people have completed everything. I think there might not be any. Or maybe they just don't show for some reason in this state. How would that make sense? That wouldn't make sense. I think there aren't any. Okay. Cool. Now that I've solved the hardest puzzle game that's ever been made, is this it? I don't know if it is it. There's a lot of other very hard puzzle games, I think. And there's lots of games that are hard, you know, like this is at least... I can at least say that this was not like difficult in a way that I really don't enjoy. This is difficult in a way that I enjoyed. Even if I would have preferred less complex puzzles, at least this wasn't complex in a way, like I didn't feel like I was just like randomly trying stuff in every puzzle. There was something to think about everywhere, and it's very easy. Like you could absolutely make the hardest puzzle game in the world if you really wanted to, where you just make it infinitely complex and it's just not nice to think about. Oh, why is the green light pulsating? Is that because I'm near it? No, but it stopped. Weird. Oh, it's when I'm here. Not here. Here. Not here. Here. No, not here. When I stand in this position, the green light pulsates. Do they all have a position like that? Like here? Oh yeah, I'm making both of them pulsate. Does this do it? This does it. So basically if I'm below and 2 spaces to the left or right of a thing, it pulsates. Yeah. Isn't that weird? Why would that be? Okay, anyway, cool. Let's stop there. Maybe there's another puzzle. Maybe that was the final puzzle. But both of them are pulsating. Isn't that strange? I was thinking maybe it was something to do with the text box and why? Why would it be anything to do with that? Like, there's no reason... I don't know how I'm just now completely distracted by this. There's no reason why these would just be like transparent... like maybe a transparent cylinder or something, or maybe even just a transparent texture with a animated texture going along it. There's like various ways you could do this, but there's no reason why it wouldn't be anything but just a static object. Does anything happen to it when I go into the thing? It changes opacity. Well, and that makes me think that it probably is a cylinder. And that missing fade out there is still bothering me. Anyway, okay, let's ignore the pulsating lights. Okay, cool. I have some ideas of what I'm playing next. Usually I have no idea, but I have some ideas. There's things coming out and things that have come out that I should get to. Alright, thank you for watching everyone. That was the Golem. This is the Golem. Hello Golem. What have you done to me? You've destroyed me. Yeah, there's that whole aspect of like I'm trying to record these sessions, but like if puzzles are this difficult, it can really... I think that's the thing. That's why I have to leave a massive gap between something like Being a Nothingness and this, is that I cannot deal with the workload. And not in the sense of like the continual difficult puzzles, but in the sense of I do not have time. I've got to get I'm obviously I set this for myself, but I like to get a video out every day, and that means I can't really just do like half an hour where I'm chipping away at a puzzle and then just end. Like I have to get to somewhere where I feel comfortable ending, or maybe uncomfortable ending, but yeah, anyway, I was about to say bye. Yeah, see you next time for whatever game I'm playing next. Goodbye.